It's time to draft. JJ's out, Achane's in. Tony Pollard's in for a bounce back game, I think, and we're doing it live. Live drafts right now. The Fantasy Football Show begins right now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios.
It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live!
Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
What is going on, good people? We're here to do live fantasy football drafts. We're here to discuss a few names, a few last-second trade ideas. A lot of your trade deadlines are this week. There might be some of you that can still trade next week. Some of you play in Dynasty League. Some of you might, very few of you, I'd say like 20% maybe of the population will be able to do some sort of like trade next week. But this is probably the last attempt you have to go get a player that's playing very poorly like Tony Pollard, a player that maybe has been playing poorly that is attainable like a Cooper Kupp, a Puka Nacua, potentially a couple players that aren't playing poorly but could become even bigger, stronger, better. Tua is a quarterback I think that can be had if you lost Joe Burrow. I think Dalton Kincaid can only get better potentially, and some of his owners, you might say, oh, why would anybody trade Dalton Kincaid? Well, there's a lot of chatter all the time, all day long. I get questions. I would say like at least 10 questions a day minimum on, hey, what happens when Knox comes back? There are a lot of people that would trade Dalton Kincaid, not to mention people that have Dalton Kincaid. They didn't necessarily need him as their starter for part of the year because they either gave up on him or they picked him up or whatever the case may be. So there's a whole lot of ability, I think, to go out and get some players to replace Burrow, Tua, even Purdy. And I think in the case of the tight end, the ailing tight end situation going on in many fantasy leagues, there's ways to fix it, get it done. We're going to get right into some drafts. If anybody doesn't know how to do this, we go to Underdog Fantasy. We hit that link. I'm going to drop the link in the live chat right this very second. Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. Let me pin that link. They'll double your first deposit up to $100. Said link has been pinned. Hit the link, do it live now. And minimum of $10, but they'll double that. They'll double your first deposit all the way up to $100. Let's see if we can pull this up here. Hold on. All right, we're going to go over to the Battle Royale Week 11, which is the, 5th card. Hit that bad boy. Hit that green enter button now. I'm going to unplug so it can get my location, and I'm going to hit enter as soon as I see the live stream, which is to my left right now with about a 5 to 10 second YouTube delay. As soon as I see myself hit that, or as soon as I see that green button on screen, I will time it. We'll be all synced up together. I'm in. I think I got the last spot in the group that we joined. A lot of us joined. And it is starting. The draft is starting soon. All right, so let me put that right there. Your boys drafting from the 5 spot. We've got Epic in the building. B Fox is in there. Buddha's in this one. Roto Run and not 09. If you don't get in this one, we'll do another one. Don't worry. And we're going to answer super chats and probably take some phone calls as the show moves along. This is a graveyard episode of the Fantasy Football Show. You know how we do it. Start Tua or Stroud this week. I mean, you can't sit Stroud. You can't sit Stroud. I'm not saying like you are a perfect candidate to make a trade, or you could just say, give me the depth and I'll be fine with it. I'm not saying you made a mistake by not getting rid of your depth. I mean, look what's happening to quarterbacks right now. But at the end of the day, I think I just, think that if you have a Tua and a Burrow goes down, like how in the hell are you not trying to make some sort of move to get Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Tony Pollard on the cheap? I really think Tony Pollard is one of the best go-get players right now in fantasy football before this trade deadline hits. Is he risky? Absolutely. Could he turn things around and be an absolute gem? Absolutely. Do I think people are dropping the ball by not going and getting this man on the cheap? Absolutely. And we're going to be taking some phone calls here in a few seconds. Actually, we can open up the phone lines probably right now if you guys want to dial in. I'll put the phone line on screen in a second. We usually get enough calls that I don't even need to do that. Is trading away Chase and Kincaid for Kelsey doable? Doable? Would I do it? I'd rather have Kelsey. But would somebody do it? Maybe. I'd try it. Hey, Smitty, full PPR, need one running back, tight end, and a flex. Oh, and the first super chat gets a standing O.
Let's go, mashed potatoes!
And of course, I got my camera settings all wrong. But appreciate that first super chat from, who was that? From Oscar. Oscar's the man. Oscar, appreciate you. Oscar is the man with the plan. And Oscar, I'm on the clock here. Do I go Amon Ra? Do I go with Cooper Kupp? Do I go with Diggs? No, I'm not going with Diggs against New York. I'm going to go, let's go with no, I'm going to go Cooper. I'm going to go Cooper Kupp in this one. And this super chat here, hey Smitty, full PPR, need one running back, tight end, and a flex. I'm going to go Pollard, Brees, and man, it's between Kittle and Kincaid. I don't know. I guess you roll with Kittle with the matchups and everything, Paul, but that's a very, very tough one, Paul. Great question. And if anybody in the chat wants to debate that one, go ahead. Let's roll with let's go a little Devon Achane action in this one. So I got Cooper Kupp and Achane as my back-to-back picks. And then hold on a second, Sebastian. I'm coming for you. Let me just get these super chats out of the way. Kyron and Monty for Eckler and Garrett Wilson. I would take Eckler and Garrett Wilson personally, bro. I like that a lot. And then you don't get Kyron until next week anyway. So, hey, Smitty, what do you think about trading away Kenneth Walker III for Pollard and Dell? I'd take Pollard and Dell at this point, but it's really close. The downsides to Pollard, they kind of mirror, but in different ways. But in terms of heaviness and concern level, like level of concern, the depth of the concern is the same, like kind of like deep rooted. You know, this is like potentially a turning point or a bounce back point. And the fact that you get Dell on top of that, I probably lean Pollard, but I don't know. Part of it's because Walker's been hurt and Walker's already starting to see, and I'm not saying this continues. It could be because he's banged up. That's why Pete Carroll has given half the work to other RBs. But Walker over the last 3 games, I believe, has gotten less than 50% of the snap share. Less than 50. It's been going downward. So could it be because he's been banged up? Yeah, but what if he's still banged up? So that's why I lean Pollard. But Pollard could go out there against the Carolina Panthers, crap the bed, and get benched. So there's risk involved all around, bro. You got to understand the risk involved. Dak, Stroud, Achane. Drop one for a kicker. Can't trade. I don't know, man. You can't drop any of these players. Your worst player, if you've already played him, you can't drop him. Your worst player is Mitchell. And I don't know if you can even do that move given his game's played, but that's your worst player. I'll go Stroud here. Go ahead, Sebastian. What can I do for you? Thanks, Steve.
Hey, so if Tony Pollard booms this week, given that I have the depth to do it, would it be a good idea to trade for a first round, like top 10 type of talent on the sell high if he bounces back this week?
Like, give me an example, bro.
Go Pollard and Waddle into ETN, Pollard and Waddle into Dig, that type of territory.
Yeah, I think that, you know, and on this note, let's go ahead and roll with Pollard and do a little Pollard action here. I'm going to go Pollard. So I got Cooper Kupp, Devon Achane, CJ Stroud, and Tony Pollard. I think that, you know, you're never in the wrong to sell high on a player if you're also buying in crafty an equivalent upside value of a player that you're buying low. Like, so if, like, an example of a player kind of underperforming right now. So from a dynasty perspective, I love Kenneth Walker. I love Breece Hall. I love Bijan Robinson. You know, and if I had, let's say, a player just exploding, and even they are young and have good value, I'm still like interested in selling high and then buying like Bijan and something in a dynasty format. And Gibbs, like, look how good Gibbs looks now in a dynasty perspective. and he didn't 4 weeks ago. People in Dynasty were like, maybe he's not as good as we thought. Like, now everybody loves Gibbs again. And I know that's a Dynasty example, but I'm just trying to like, and this is a keeper. This is a keeper or Dynasty question. It's a Dynasty question, right?
Redraft.
Oh, okay. Same concept, just reshape it. I'd just say, like, yeah. I mean, if you can get a Cooper Kupp using Pollard on a big, strong game, why not? If you can get Diggs, why not? The question is going to be what one of those players slumps again this week. Because if they don't slump, you're not going to get them. Like, you need them. You need somebody to come out and putter.
2 for 1.
Yeah, but it won't be a 2 for. No one's going to trade. Look at Lamb. Try and get Lamb right now. I dare you. You can't get Lamb right now. You can't. So that's what I'm saying. If Diggs slumps again or has a bad game, then yeah, he's on the table again. But if he has a big game, no siree.
Yeah, I'll definitely keep an eye on that because I'm worried about that backfield given that they're blowing everybody out. So even come championship time, I really do think that they might split if they continue winning.
We'll see, bro. I think this is a bounce back game. This is the perfect matchup for Pollard. He should explode. And I'm not scared of, like, I think if he gets a big game out of this one, I don't think it's one of those where he'll unravel again. I think it's going to be a huge confidence boost and it'll be a big reset. I don't think this will be a, wow, that was good. Now we got some value. Ship him off. I think it'll either be he gets half his work taken or he bounces back in a major way.
If he busts, is the season over?
No, I don't think they're just going to... It's not like they're thinking the exact same way we are. Like, oh, if you don't do it here, we're going to take you out. But, like, you know, we're even a little fearful he gets some sort of, you know, oversharing type of treatment this week. But I really...
Panthers, it's like the same deal as that Giants game, week 1.
Yeah, I really think he will get fed. But we'll see. He's a gamble. This is a gamble. Like I said at the beginning of the show, you got to know what time it is. You got to know your risk level. You got to be accepting of the risk level. The risk level is big on Pollard, but the upside is still massive. Okay, I got to go. Sebastian, to the next caller. Appreciate you, man. B-Vol, you're live, bro.
Hey, Schmitty, I got a trade question for you. So I'm 8-2 in my league. I already clinched the playoff. My team, I have Herbert, CD, Keenan, Kelsey as like my core. I was wondering, I was going to ask the Jefferson owner because he's willing to take Javonte and Ayuk. Do you think I should do it for Jefferson?
Say it again. Say the trade again.
I'm 8-2.
Yep.
Oh, the trade.
Yeah.
Javonte Williams and Brandon Ayuk for Justin Jefferson.
Javonte Williams and Brandon Ayuk for I'd rather have JJ. Yeah, definitely.
All right.
I mean,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm not saying I don't like the other side or anything, but you got to take that trade.
Yeah.
That's a nice one, bro.
Yeah.
That's a nice one, bro.
All right. I appreciate it.
Do it, bro. Later. Rock out, Marsman. Rock out.
What's up?
Hello. What's up?
Who do you think I could get for McLaurin and Olave for like a high-end wide receiver 2 or low-end wide receiver 1?
McLaurin and Olave together, 2 wide receivers for 1 player.
Yeah.
That's a special buyer. They're going to need, I mean, that's, as I always say, I try this a lot, but it very rarely lands. Let's get into one more draft real quick. My team on this one was CJ Stroud, Achane, Pollard, Kupp, Samuel, Schultz. It was pretty decent, but Battle Royale, click that green button. That's a very special buyer, bro. It was right. McLaurin and who again?
Olave.
McLaurin and Olave. I mean, Kupp. McLaurin and
Hey,
Olave.
Smitty.
Yeah, hold on.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I just did a trade just now for Olave if the guy wants to hear about it.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I just traded in a Superflex league. I just traded Tua and Cooper Cup for Hurts and Olave, which I already have Puka.
Oh, not bad.
Say it again. What was yours that you got?
In a Superflex league, I traded away Tua and Cooper Cup for Jalen Hurts, and Olave.
Hurts and Cup. For Hurts and Olave?
Yeah, I got Hurts and Olave in a Superflex.
Hurts and Olave for Tua and Cup. I don't know.
Tua's schedule's pretty rough.
I'll be honest.
And I already have.
I'll be honest with you, bro. I don't know that that's necessarily a win. I think it could be argued as a pretty arguable even Steven type trade. I mean, the upgrade to the quarterback is significant, sure, but so is that upgrade at wide receiver. And I really like Tua. I know a lot of people say schedule this, schedule that, but I mean, I think it's going to be some shootouts, which is great. I think there's going to be a lot of third and fourth quarter scoring that's going to need to be done, and from through the air. I think Achane's going to make this offense make other defenses that are supposed to be scary and tough and all that. I think Achane being injected back into this offense makes it a whole world of a difference. But I don't hate it. I just think that's not. I honestly don't know if I think I might slightly like the Tua Cup side more, just slightly, because I believe in Tua.
I have Amon-Ra St. Brown, I have Tank, and I also have Gibbs and Achane.
Mm-hmm. It's a good team.
So it's like my team is pretty loaded as it is, so that's why I wanted that upgrade on that quarterback.
Yeah.
And my quarterback one is Prescott.
All right, hold on one second. Let me get back to Rock Out. So Olave and McLaurin, I'm going to try and go get, whether it's, one player like an Achane or a Gibbs or someone like that, Rock Out. But if it's going to be for a wide receiver, it's Cup. It's, Diggs is slumping and playing, not as good as he could or will. I think we all believe he's going to, just have an absolute strong finish, I think. So, like, those are the type of players you're trying to get, but I don't know if you're going to get anybody but Cooper Cup, probably. That's Adams, right. Maybe. Adams and something. Puka and something. If you want to try and get a little bit of a quarterback upgrade, but also get something injected into it as well.
Yeah.
All right, hang tight, Rock Out. All right, what can I do for you, Jonathan?
But yeah, man. So I was just, I really called just to say, hey, I haven't been able to call in a while because I've been in school and stuff, and I've been listening to all your videos. But yeah, I was just telling you about that trade that I just did before the trade deadline. I just kind of wanted to go over this roster because I'm like fighting to make the playoffs because I've had so many injuries, and I just kind of wanted to run through the roster, and you kind of tell me what you think about it.
All right, hit me with it one more time.
So it's a super flex league, and my quarterback now is Prescott and Hurts.
And it's 1 QB?
2 QB.
Okay. Go ahead.
So Prescott and Hurts. My wide receivers are St. Brown, Garrett Wilson, Puka, and Tank. And my running backs are Gibbs, Breece Hall, Tony Pollard, and Achane. And my tight end is Kincaid and McBride.
Yeah, I mean, I like the team. I think you could definitely put on a nice little run. If I was, can you still trade?
I mean, it's still kind of late. Supposedly the trade deadline was tonight.
Well,
at Saturday.
Well, it might be going off of West Coast time or something, but I mean, if I could trade, I'm sure it's going to lock down any minute. I would try and upgrade Garrett Wilson, and I like the RBs.
Yeah, the RBs are pretty nasty. I also have Javonte Williams.
Yeah. I mean, Javonte and Garrett Wilson
but as you can tell,
one
this
player.
Roster, it's taken forever for it to finally bloom because at the beginning it was rough.
Yeah,
You know, with, like,
I'd trade Javante. Damn, this thing keeps falling. Trade Javante and Garrett Wilson for one player, bro. That's what I'd do.
Okay, I'll try to wing it and see what I can do.
Because if you get like I know you just got rid of him, but you get like a Cooper Kupp, then it's gonna be solid, bro.
So you think that Cooper Kupp trade was bad?
I don't think it's bad. I just think that it was at least even. You were suggesting that was an example of like smashing it, and I was just trying to say I think that Tua's is going to be really good, and I keep hearing everybody say a schedule, but sometimes a rough schedule for a quarterback is good. That means they're going to throw a lot, and I think anybody judging the Dolphins right now off of what they've been doing without Devon Achane, who is a top 5 overall player, in my opinion, top 5 overall weapon in the NFL, they're about to get a heavy dose of whoops, and maybe this offense is impossible to stop when he's on the field. It's a track team. When he's on the field, there are multiple track stars racing around the field. When he's not on the field, it gets watered down a little bit. It's not as easy for them to trick defenses. I can't wait. For my only concern with Tua is still one shot to the head and he's out. But I mean, a week 11, I'm not worried about that.
That's kind of what worried me. It was Achane rushing for more touchdowns, running those long runs and scoring. And plus like the schedule, every time Tua has played a hard opponent, he hasn't done very good.
Yeah.
When he plays an easy opponent, he kills it. But with Achane coming back, I just figured, Achane's going to rush more. And I already have Achane, so I was kind of like, well, let me just shoot the shits and try to get something better at quarterback.
They're going to score 40 points. He'll be fine. But I don't hate it. I like Hurts a lot. I'm just saying, he's playing injured. There's pros and cons to it. That's all. All right. Hey, appreciate you, Jonathan. Call back if you got another one.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, Smitty.
Yep. Marsman, rock out. You got anything else?
Yeah. How you feel about Jaden Reed this weekend?
I think he's always kind of a sneaky wide receiver 4. So you're stuck with injury. You got a bunch of bye week guys. He's fine. He's a good play. But is he sitting anybody big on the bench? No. But he's always good for good chance of a touchdown. He's speedy, trusted receiver of Jordan Love. I like him. Good wide receiver 4-5.
We think of him between Chandler and JSN.
If Lockett were to suddenly sit, if that news took a turn or something, then I'd probably go JSN. But if Lockett's playing, I think, I'm still gonna go JSN. But Reed might be a tad safer. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I kind of need upside since I have Burrow gave me 8 points.
Yeah, that sucks, bro. We had that in the Throne League. We finally turned our Throne team around, the team where you guys drafted for us, and turned it around, and Burrow goes down. It's son of a bee, bro. Mark, you sent me a trade. Okay, I'll look at it. Mark, appreciate you. Mark Cleveland in the building. Let's see here. My team so far is Tua, Amon-Ra, Cooper Kupp, Devontae Adams. That's filthy. That is filthy. Who could I draft at RB here? Do I go? Let's go Monty. All right, rock out. Appreciate you.
All right, cool.
All right, later. Nicholas.
What up, Schmitty?
What's up? This the Smitty. You're annoying.
Yeah,
you thought I was gonna forget.
Back. How you doing?
You thought I was gonna forget.
No.
I almost forgot.
All right, brother. I got a new question for you. Can you just write my team down here for a second?
Bro, I'm in the middle of drafts. It makes it hard. If you could simplify the question, it'd be easiest for me.
Okay.
I know that's probably annoying to you, but.
So I lost Andrews this week. Okay. I have Goddard on my bench. Is that a reasonable replacement? Do you think he's coming back soon?
Goddard? No. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things where he could like all of a sudden go on IR, you know, and you know, because a lot of times teams have been waiting to put a player on IR and then they end up putting them on IR. They have hope that they're gonna get a second opinion. They're gonna try something. It doesn't work. I mean, who knows? They didn't put him on IR because they think he potentially might not need to sit 4 games. So that's good news. But I mean, you don't know how long he's gonna be out. And no one does. No one does.
And then my second question. So I have Tua, I have Tyreek, and I also have Achane. I've been trying to move off of Tua for a while because when Achane's in the game, he busts 60-yard touchdown every 5 plays. Kind of really limits the ceiling of my team. So I have a trade offer right now for who is it? I got DeAndre Swift for Kyler Murray and David Montgomery. Is that a good trade for me?
Who are you trading? You're trading Swift
trading
away?
DeAndre Swift.
You're trading away or getting?
Away.
Away, DeAndre.
Kyler and David Montgomery.
So, what are you doing with Tua? Just going to bench him?
Tua would just be, on the easy weeks, just an option. I could potentially trade. I could trade Tua for Laporta if I do this trade.
Yeah, let me just say this. I would say, like, in general, I like Monty more than Swift anyway. So you're just getting Kyler. It's fantastic. But I like Tua. I disagree with your concern. I'm starting all 3 of these guys with a smile. Tua could throw touchdown passes to Achane all day long. He's going to throw. This team could score 40 plus points a game. I know everybody's concerned about tough defenses. I don't care. I don't care. They haven't had Achane. They haven't had. This is like taking digs off of the Buffalo Bills and judging the offense, judging Josh Allen. It's like taking Christian McCaffrey off the Niners and judging the Niners, judging the run game, judging Purdy's production. I don't share that fear like everybody else. I'm not even in the same room having the conversation. I just don't care. I don't care what anybody says about it. I'm starting these 3 guys with an absolute smile on my face. I'm doing it in DFS. I'm doing it in the week 11, week 12, week 13. I'm starting these 3 guys. So you get Kyler, who's not proven yet to be better than Tua. He hasn't. He's great to have. I'm trading Kyler. I'm doing this trade for Monty, and then I'm trading Kyler away, not Tua.
Would the fact that I have Gibbs on my team change that for you?
For this trade here? No, because Monty is better than Swift.
Okay.
Yeah.
Done deal.
All right.
It's happening.
Yeah, try and shop Kyler though. If you could shop, maybe Kyler. If you feel Kyler is more valuable than Tua for whatever reason, maybe you can get the other owner to think that too, and you get Laporta for Kyler.
Okay. Cool. All right. Thank you.
All right, later, bro. All right, this one right here. My team is Tua, Monty, Amon-Ra, Cooper Kupp, Devontae Adams, Jake Ferguson. We're going to jump out. We're going to jump right back in. Battle Royale, Week 11. Click that green button. I'm going to unplug and hit that button as soon as... let me get these Super Chats. Phone lines are closed for the moment, guys, because I got to answer these Super Chats. I'm getting behind on them, and I don't want to leave people hanging, especially G-Money dropping a 20-watt on screen. Look at this monster right here. G-Money's an absolute menace in here tonight. $20 hauler. Appreciate you, G-Money. Let me get these on screen here. And then we're going to start hammering away at these. And then from there, I might open the phone lines again. But the phone lines are closed currently. I'm sorry. They are. It is what it is. Let me see if I can get it. Oh, God, I got to hit enter. I might have missed this draft with you guys. I'm sorry. I forgot. No, I think I got the last spot. It's hard to get in with everybody at the same time. It's just there's only 6 spots, So if you miss getting in on a draft with me, just join and draft alongside of us, and then try again. We'll definitely do at least one more. Mark Cleveland. Goff or Stroud? Give me Stroud, Mark Cleveland. But this week, I mean, does anybody feel in the chat they would start Goff over Stroud this week? I would love to see what everybody thinks. For me, I just don't think I could sit a guy that's playing as well as Stroud right now. So I'm gonna say go Stroud, but Goff is definitely a decent play. Mark, there is a world where either one could crush the other or be equal to the other one. Okay, so this one right here, $5 hauler from Eli. Trade away Warren and Higgins for James Cook. That's close. I'd probably say I like where Warren's at right now. I think he's only going to go up in value. I'm gonna go ahead and say keep him, bro. Or trade for him, which I forget which side you were on. This one's from G Money, $20 hauler. Let's go, bro. Let's go.
Alert. Super chat alert.
G Money to the moon. I think I'm on the clock here in 1 second. G Money says, hey Smitty, this team is 6-4, 12 team half PPR league. QB Mahomes, Adams, AJ Brown, Kenneth Walker, Gibbs, Kelsey, Flex, Brees Hall, bench Auden. Thinking of offering K9 for JJ. I would take that gamble, my guy. I would take that gamble. And I can't seem to get a high draft pick in this. It's kind of frustrating me. I keep getting like the 4, 5, 6 picks. I would do that, G Money. It's worth the gamble, bro. And 6-4, like, you should be able to, like, if you think you can creep in the playoffs for sure, like, it's a really good shot, I'm doing it. Plus, there's no for sure he's not playing next week, you know. Oh, this one right here from Cam. Start 2, Jones, Achane, Devonta Smith, 7-3 because of you, Smitty. Cam, I'm sorry I took so long to answer this question. Now I'm on the clock again. Let's go Gibbs here. Achane, start 2, Achane, Jones, Devonta Smith. I'd probably say give me Achane and Devonta Smith. But I mean, you got some tough dilemma. You're gonna get that wrong a lot. But those are your better players. I'm putting my better players in. How do you feel about Christian Watson? Think he turns the season around? There's a chance for sure, but do I bench him? Depends on the options, but most likely, yeah. But keep in mind, like, and people can rip on him all they want, but he continues to get multiple touchdown targets per game. Like last week, multiple targets in the end zone where it's batted down by a defender, thrown in kind of a bad spot. And you could say, hey, it's going to continue to be thrown in a bad spot, Smitty. And I can understand that argument. 100% can understand that argument. Bench 1, Achane, Javonte, Dell, Monty. Probably Dell. I hate to do it, but I'm not benching those other guys. It's between Javonte and Dell. You want to start Dell really, really badly, then bench Javonte, I guess. But that's a tough. You got a good squad there. I'd make a last-second trade if I'm you. He who collects was offered Keaton, Kyron, Ingram for Kelsey. I'd rather have Kelsey. I'd rather get the consistent tight end advantage type situation. And if you got another tight end, trade that tight end maybe for something different like Adams or Debo or Kenneth Walker, Tony Pollard, you know what I mean? Versus trading your big dog. Cup for Achane and DJ Moore. Give me Achane and DJ Moore. But, you know, Cup is going to, I think, go on a little tear, hopefully. So it's not a bad move, but on either side. But I just take that DJ Moore and Achane side. Because I think Achane and Cup are equal. And you get DJ Moore. Start 1 PPR point. 1 PPR, 4 points per TD pass. Purdy, Kyler. I'd probably say for right now, Purdy's a tad bit safer. Kyler's higher risk, higher reward. I don't mean to be wishy-washy with you on that, but it is what it is, broski. I'm going to go Josh Allen here. The team so far is Amon-Ra, Jahmyr Gibbs, Josh Allen. Do I start Puka or Pollard at flex? I'd probably go Puka if I'm forced to decide between that. Aloha, where have you been? First of all, very good to see you, bro. But I want both of them in my lineup. Swavey, start 3. Pollard, Aaron Jones, Gibbs, Achane. Did I already see this one? I'm starting Pollard, Gibbs, and Achane. I mean, it's such a good matchup for Pollard, though. Aaron Jones is hard to sit, though. You two need to make a trade. A lot of you guys need to make a trade. So far, I got Amon-Ra, Jahmyr Gibbs. Let me show you my team. Josh Allen, Gibbs, Amon-Ra, Puka. Doing it live. You two need to make a trade, my kind sir. Achane, Gibbs, Aaron Jones, Singletary, flex. Give me Gibbs, bro. I mean, why would you even? I mean, Aaron Jones is, very good play still, but you can't say Gibbs. You can't sit Gibbs, kind sir. You just can't do it. How do you feel about Christian Watson? I got that one. I think I got everybody's super chat knocked out. Hey, Smitty, will you trade Diggs for Cup? Did I see this one from Recovery? Recovery, I got yours right here. If I missed this one, I'm sorry. I got it right here. Cup for Achane, I got that one. Aloha, appreciate Aloha. Cam again, thank you for your super chat. Drop one for a kicker. Did I get this one? I think, yeah, that was a tough. Like, how do you drop anybody from that team? And yeah, I think I'm all caught up on the supers. This one, hey Smitty, would you trade Diggs for Cup? I'd rather have. I think that's pretty even, man. I'd probably rather have Cup. I like Diggs and Cup about the same, but the only thing that makes me concerned about Diggs, even though I like Josh Allen, I'm buying Josh Allen, I'm buying Diggs for the most part. It's just push comes to shove there. It's like it feels like there's turmoil, And when there's turmoil, mistakes happen. When there's turmoil, injuries happen. When there's turmoil, head cases kind of pop out. And just feel like we might be there. And I'm just a little bit more, like not to the point where I don't love buying low on Diggs still. I'm just saying when push comes to shove. Start 2 tomorrow. DK, Evans, Nico. Best fantasy show. Thank you, Big Red Machine. Appreciate you. I'm probably going to go Evans and DK for safety, but I put Nico in over DK if you want to do a little dice roll, baby. You know what I'm saying? Let's go Monty here. Got Monty and Gibbs both in this one. What does Jamar Chase look like rest of season? Probably Garrett Wilson is the best way I could describe him. Limited quarterback situation. Kind of frustrating. That's what he looks like, bro. Go Fergie here. It's the best way I can think to describe what he might be going forward. It's Garrett Wilson. Limited elite player that's just limited to a degree. $20 hauler from Ian.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Ian to the moon, bro. Traded Walker and my backup QB Stroud for JT at the deadline. It's a lot. I mean, you gave him a lot. Let's not pretend like you got him, but for your team, it could be fine, bro. Wide receivers, Chase, Wilson, Ridley. Yeah, I mean, for your team, Kamara, JT, I like it. Achane, I like it. I think you did a good move. I just don't know that we could say anything other than you both probably made out pretty well. Given your depth, you helped him more than he helped you in a sense. In terms of player for player value, but he helped you in equally given what you needed. That's a good trade. Those are some of the best trades where, for both sides. But I'm always trying to take somebody to the cleaners. That's my goal. Smitty, I traded Chase and Kittle for St. Brown. It's a lot. A lot. I mean, we do relegate Chase to maybe a Garrett Wilson value-wise. But here's the team so far. Josh Allen, Gibbs, Monty, Amon-Ra, Puka Nacua, Ferguson. All right, we're going to go back, try another. Click Battle Royale Week 11. Hit that green button. Do it live. Matt says, Smitty, I traded... Oh, I got that one. Yeah, I guess I'd take St. Brown if you have the depth for it, but it's not like with the other question, it's not like you took him to the cleaners or anything. It's just like one of those things where I hope both of you do well. Alex M, would you trade Debo and Brees for Achane? That's a lot too. As much as I love Achane, you're giving that person a lot more value that could help them if they're in dire straits. But if you like have major depth, then I would want Achane over those two players. But I think you're buying high though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that I do believe Achane's the best player in the deal, and I do want Achane more, push comes to shove. But I do believe that a lot of people are buying too high in some of these cases, even though I love the move, like, and what it could become. You know, you just got to be careful not to buy high. Start one Aaron Jones, Mostert, or Achane for me. Unless we hear some weird snap count, you know, buzz in the morning or late tonight. Rock out, what's up?
Yeah, would you drop the Jets defense or Foreman to pick up Conklin?
Who's your tight end if you don't pick up Conklin? Is this like a backup move, bye week stuff?
I'm trying to get ahead for week 13.
Who's your backup defense or the defense you got in this week? If you're putting the Jets on the...
My starting defense, Cowboys.
What are the
Jets have decent matchups?
What are the Jets ranking in your
14.
league? In your specific scoring format, what are the Jets ranking?
5th.
I don't know, bro. I guess I dropped the extra D, but they're pretty good. I would say like maybe you're better off. Do you think you're going to ever use Foreman? I mean, Khalil Herbert's coming back.
Depending how the Bears use them, but
Yeah.
I'm assuming Khalil's going to get most of the work.
Yeah. I guess drop Foreman, bro.
Yeah.
It's not an easy call.
All right, appreciate it.
It's not an easy call.
Yep.
All right, rock out to the moon. Later, rock out. All right, my team so far, and I've only drafted one player, right? My team so far is CD motherfreaking Lamb to the moon. CD Lamb to the moon. I love the Battle Royale weekly Battle Royale weekly drafts because there's only 6 people in a draft. There's only 6 rounds. There's no bench. You're drafting 6 guys, and there's 6 people in each of your leagues, and 36 guys get taken. It happens really quickly. You can roll through like 5 of them in like a 20 or 30 minute period of time, it seems. I don't know the exact time frame there, but it depends on how quick everybody drafts and if they max out the time. But yeah. Mark Cleveland, if you're still watching, dial in if you want to discuss your trade, bro. Mark Cleveland, I'll be keeping an eye out for you. Dial in. Mark to the moon. I'm tired today. You guys could probably... you could probably sense it, not just by the yawn, but I did a lot of yard work today. I've had a lot of yard work installed, and the yard looks amazing. I still haven't done a live stream back there yet. I will now that it's getting colder, but I'm doing some more. It's still not fully complete, and I had to move so many, like, I don't know, 50 60 pound blocks of cement just to get it out of the way, and I can barely use my arms. I'm exhausted. My team so far: CD Lamb. Let's roll with a little Devon Achane action there. Go back to board view. So I'm just tired. But I am going to start ice bathing, cold plunging. And I did try it, and it definitely gave me energy, and I'm going to start, I might document it on Instagram. I'm trying to find if there's anybody that watching right now that produces cold plunge tubs and has any connection to cold plunge, a cold plunge, like, you know, company. Ice bath, you know. Make sure they contact me through thefantasyfootballshow.com, and we'll make them out.
Live from the fantasyfootballshow.com.
Wrong button. Make sure they contact me through thefantasyfootballshow.com, and we'll make them a huge sponsor of the show if they send me an ice bath. But I'm talking like a super nice one. But your boy might do some live streams in the cold plunge. We might do some documenting of that. But cold plunging is such a good thing for you. There's so many health benefits to it. But I wanna start doing it. It gives you energy. There's so much science behind it too. But man. So, very curious to know if anybody out there does cold plunge super chats, bro. $100 cold plunge. That would be funny. There's some risk to it if you were to do things too much. Like, that would be funny if someone dropped like a $500 hauler. I had to immediately, hook my phone up, which I can do at any moment, and go live on my phone. And so this right here, you'd see this as my backyard, and then this would stay empty, and I go out there and I got a cold plunge right there in that moment. If it's we'll call it $100 hauler, any $100 hauler. Ron Navy probably abused the hell out of that, but just take a cold shower. It's not the same, Shamrock. It's not the same, bro. Swavey, appreciate you. All right. 3 super chats here. Got Tyreek, Devonta Smith for Diggs, Pittman approved. Tyreek, Devonta Smith for Diggs and Pittman. I take Tyreek and Devonta Smith, bro. That's a freaking smash.
Got him.
Unbelievable. Like it, broski. Dave coming in with a $2 hauler. My boy Dave says what? He says Kirk, Ford, Garrett Wilson, or Aaron Jones, DK, Javonte. Give me that Aaron Jones side by, I don't want to say like quite a bit, but like almost quite a bit. Like, definitely didn't really hesitate. Full PPR, do I start Rachaad White or Monty? I'm going to go Monty. They're both good plays. I don't want to make fun of like Rachaad White and go like, oh, Monty easily, because like Rachaad White's been playing well. Fully capable, but for me, I'm going Monty. I'm not really thinking too much about it, even though it could go either way. Running back one running back, one wide receiver, one flex. Gibbs, Monty, Diggs, Tank, DJ Moore. Probably Gibbs, Monty, and Diggs. Achane. Damn, this is close. What do I do here? I'll go Josh Allen. Gibbs, Monty, Diggs. One reason I don't know which Detroit running back to start, and they both can obviously thrive together. Tank is fantastic, and DJ Moore obviously capable, but until we see Fields fully back, I don't think it's crazy to put him on the bench for those options. This may sound stupid, but should I start Jaylen Warren over Kenneth Walker? I don't think that's stupid, bro. I think it's one of those things that maybe 2-3 weeks ago would have felt that way, and then Warren does better than him, and we're like, crap. But like right now, it's probably safer to go Warren, but the higher upside, because Najee's still in the picture. If Najee got injured or something happened, he got abducted by aliens, whatever, then Warren would probably have more upside and safer. But right now, I would say Warren's safer, but kind of capped upside because of Najee and the vanilla offense in Pittsburgh. Whereas Walker's high risk right now, but much higher reward. He could punch in 2 or 3 touchdowns at any moment. So it's a great question, though, bro. I'm going to go with Deebo Samuel, baby. Do it live. Do it live. Thank you, Robert, for your super chat. And it's a great question, my guy. It's a fantastic question. How long have we been live? We might only go an hour tonight. 242 people in the building. I don't want to leave you guys hanging. Hit that thumb up button. Let's get those 80 thumbs up. Those are rookie numbers. Punch that thumb up button. Let's go one more draft. I'll play it by ear. We'll do one more draft. My team so far looking pretty good, I might say. It's looking a little something like this little number right here. We got Debo, Devontae Adams, CeeDee Lamb, Devon Achane, and yeah, tough matchup, but Joseph Cigar Smoking Burrow. Josh Allen. I'm so tired. How did I even say that looking at Josh Allen? Josh Cigar Smoking Allen. God, you got my jersey right here, Joe Burrow. It just threw up on my mouth right now, even reminding myself that Joe Burrow's injured for the year. $10 hauler from BP3
to the moon,
who is an absolute gem, coming in with a 10 watt on screen. Mahomes, CMC, Gibbs, Achane, JT, Adams, Garrett Wilson. I love the squad, by the way, my man. I love the squad. It's a great team. Dalton Kincaid, please report to the moon.
To the moon.
Dalton Kincaid, please report to the moon. Dalton Kincaid, please report to the moon. Mahomes. Okay, so what's the trade? Okay, so is this a trade? Should I take or make a different move? AK, JJ for Gibbs and Garrett Wilson. I like Gibbs, bro, but no, this is not even close. AK, JJ are the better side. Oh, you're getting that. Okay, yes. If you've got Garrett Wilson, yes. Okay, so you got Garrett Wilson, you got Gibbs. Yes, as much as I love Gibbs, go get AK and JJ. You know, especially you're 6-4 with a loaded team. I think you probably will be fine playoff-wise in getting in. I would take that gamble. That's a solid team. At that point, there's nothing to do. That's the move to make. That's a great move to make. Even off the fear of JJ not returning next week and then going on a bye. You do it live. And then let me jump into one more. Click that Battle Royale Week 11. Click that green button. Travis, what's up?
Hey, Smitty. For flex, would you flex DK Metcalf or Kincaid?
You know,
I'm kind of leaning Kincaid just because of what he's been doing.
I don't know. I mean, let's look at the underdog ranking here, and let's see where they're ranking at. So DK is coming in at 34.5 ADP. And granted, this is taking into account positional advantage and all that, but I'm just curious where they have him. Where's Kincaid? $28.8. Wow. I was looking down below. I'd say Kincaid's safer. Kincaid's safer, but DK does probably have more upside right now. I think Kincaid's upside is getting greater and greater. I don't think he's capped off at his capable upside like range. But I do think, you want to go safe. I mean, Kincaid's fine. Kincaid could seriously, but it is a tough matchup. That might make Josh Allen lean on Kincaid against New York, but I'd probably say, I don't know. What's the chat think on that one? Probably Diggs, right? I'm sorry, Diggs. DK, right? Let's see what the chat thinks.
All right.
Lockett, don't you got it? Yeah, if Lockett doesn't play, it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
And for JSN owners too. JSN needs to be in a lot of lineups that he's probably not in right now if, let's say, Lockett sits out.
And then just two quick potential trades. Is DK and Ford for Devontae too much?
DK and Ford?
Yeah.
No. I think it depends how you feel Javonte is going to blossom. I like him a lot. I do think Javante's looking good.
No, Devontae Adams.
Oh, Adams? Yeah, I'd much rather have Adams. Okay, yeah. Adams.
Okay. And then is for Gibbs, would I be giving up too much given Cup and Ford?
Yeah. I think I'd rather have Ford than Gibbs by. I'm sorry. I'd rather have Cup than Gibbs in a vacuum right now, but that doesn't mean I don't love Gibbs and Gibbs could be as good. I'm just saying, like, if I'm making trades and making logical moves and not putting my heart into it, and you know, I got lots of shares of Gibbs here. I got, you know, this share of Gibbs I can move for that because that's good value. Like, there's a lot of reasons to consider, you know, but I will say that at the end of the day, Cup is better than Gibbs. You're gonna want to make that move.
Yeah, all right. Someone in the chat made a good point too. The Bills have a new offensive coordinator this week, so
it could be good.
I can't imagine. I mean, it might be good for Kincaid, but
could be good or bad. I don't think it's necessarily, you know, I don't think it's necessarily something that we can predict. I think schedules are very dangerous and they're very helpful at the same time. They're it's not simple, you know. There's a lot of times where we think we can judge something based on a schedule and then we just get burned. And then there's other times where someone says, hey, it's a tough schedule, and then I'm like, let it ride, and even I get burned, and I'm like, yeah, you know, it's tough, man. I think that even a new offensive coordinator, they might get things going in a way that, like, right away. Look at the Raiders. You know, they get motivated, they get behind some change, and you know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking because of the disappointing week. They could be, you know, come up flying tomorrow. I know Allen's going to want to play a better game, obviously.
I love Josh Allen right now. I love that everybody's like throwing mud on him and stuff. Like, it's only going to feed him, and it's so weird on YouTube. He seems to have a lot more doubters, and then when I post something on Instagram, like trade for, you know, Josh Allen, trade for Pollard, and people are like, yeah, like, anyone's trade for Josh Allen, you don't know anything about football, you know, this is why I don't watch your channel. It's like, you know, it's just different. It's different.
The guy in my league has Dak and Allen. He's playing Dak, so
yeah, I'm
gonna try to get Allen from him.
Yeah, like I said, not everything revolves around everybody else's world. They're not the world. The world doesn't revolve around them, and people always think because they wouldn't trade Josh Allen and they have him, and that's insulting that I'm suggesting to buy low. They don't know that there's so many different angles to this thing. All right, I'm gonna get to these super chats. You got anything else real quick, and then this will probably be my last draft.
No, I think that's all. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Later. Appreciate you. Later. Let's see here. Stroud. Coming back 1 second. All right, coming up on it here. Recovery Smitty, do you prefer Pollard over Mostert? I do. It's close, but yeah, I do. Do I start Jacoby, Dobbs, or Watson? In that situation, I'm going to roll with Watson one more time. In that situation, not saying in every situation. McLaurin or Diggs? Diggs. Is it crazy to go McLaurin? I wouldn't say crazy, but I'm certainly not going to do it. Josh Allen. Let's go. So I got McCaffrey, Diggs, Adams, Josh Allen. And I would love to have had Dalton Kincaid. But that's okay, because Puka Nacua is there. And I'm smashing this draft. I think they're going to give me like some crazy, 89 or 92 point projection here. Let's see what they do. Then again, they might not see Josh Allen doing what I think he could do in this matchup still. Okay, Dynasty, PPR, my Pacheco, Diggs, Rice, Komet for Achane, Hawkinson, and Cup. Pacheco, Diggs, Rice, Komet, Achane, Hawkinson, Cup. Achane, Hawkinson, Cup side by a freaking million miles, bro. Like, it's not even close. Thank you for the super chat, Makai. I don't see anything attached. All right, I'm almost on the clock here. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Make sure you include the message in that, a super chat, because sometimes this shouldn't be a problem right now, but by the time I get to them, sometimes if I'm like 5-10 minutes behind, I won't see your original message or your message you intend. Max, I think you said something about me looking at a message. I'll help you out here. I think this is the question. Trade Pollard for DK and Ramondre. Look, the Ramondre DK side is probably a tad safer. Like, especially if you need like to diversify and you like need multiple pieces, you can't really win without. But like, do I think Pollard is a little bit better? Yeah, but he could also go out and crap the bed. Ramondre could bounce back. So I think that's a very good trade for both sides, and for really, it's even. You know, if you need two players out of it, I don't mind that Ramondre side. If you're needing the one player and you're ready to take a gamble on one player bouncing back. 86.9. I knew they were going to rank me by a lot. The highest team. 86.9 points. Josh Allen, McCaffrey, Diggs, Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua, Ferguson. Love it. Let's see here. This one right here. PPR, no tight end league. Just traded Kincaid, Ridley, Garrett Wilson for Diggs. I like that. Smitty approved. Diggs, yeah. Team is now Stroud, Eckler. Yeah, you don't even have weaknesses. No one to even trade, bro. Nothing to upgrade. That's good. Team's good. I'm gonna take a little screenshot of that, put that on my IG stories, tell people to try this. All right, let's see here. Team is now okay. Nice job. And Makai saying, is Bijan for Tank and Fields too much? Is Bijan for Tank and Fields too much? You know, if you lost, you have Kyler. No, I'm not doing this. If you've got Kyler, you don't need Fields. I'm keeping Bijan. Bijan might go on a tear. This might be the bounce back of Bijan, at least coming up soon. Marquez with the final super chat of the night, and then I'm going to see you all in the morning. I'm live an hour before kickoff. So, got offered Puka. This is out of control on my screen here. What's going on here? Okay, I got offered Puka and Kirk for my Javonte Williams, or Puka and Kirk for Breece Hall. I would give up Javonte for Puka and Kirk. I take the Puka and Kirk side by a freaking mile. I like Javonte, but do it live. Aaron Jones or Breece Hall. Look, this week Aaron Jones is probably a tad safer. Just a tad, but I hate saying that. Breece Hall's got higher upside but higher risk, so you got to kind of choose what do you need. Safety. So, hey, what's up? I'll be right in, okay? Trade Kincaid, Dak for Laporta. And you should be in bed. It is literally too late for princesses to be up. It's 11:29 p.m. our time. Can you give us one more? It's going to make me cry here. One more Joe Burrow. Don't laugh. He got hurt. Can you say, get better, Joe Burrow? Say it. Okay, I'll be right in. All right, go back to bed. Just wanders out of bed. Kincaid, Dak for Laporta, Amari. Kincaid, Dak for Laporta, Amari. I'd take Laporta. If you need you have Lamar. Laporta, Amari. Yeah, Laporta, Amari is better. Well, yeah, Laporta and Amari. But I'm trying to trade Amari. I'm trying to flip Amari. Definitely trying to flip Amari. Little Smitty just wanders out of bed in the middle of the night. My studio is nowhere near her room, too, so the megaphone nothing wakes her up. So I don't know what she's doing. All right, I better go put her back down to sleep. I'll see you all later. Appreciate you. See you in the morning, 1 hour before kickoff. We're doing it live. See you tomorrow. Yeah, she did. She might have told us Burrow was injury prone. It's all clear now. All right, see you all later. Appreciate you. See you 1 hour before kickoff.